My roommate's ghost dog prank went too far. I live in this old, spooky house with my roommate, Sarah, who's got a dark sense of humor when it comes to pulling pranks. She came home one day with this creepy dog statue she found at a thrift store, grinning like she had just discovered the ultimate scare tactic. I thought, oh, here we go again, Sarah's up to her usual tricks. The next morning, I woke up to find the statue lying at the foot of my bed like it was part of the family. I laughed it off, moved it out, and figured that was the end of it. But no, Sarah had bigger plans. Over the next few weeks, that dog statue kept popping up everywhere. It was in my shower, making each morning start with a jump scare. It was under my pillow, turning goodnight kisses into nightmares. And then, in the fridge, like it was waiting for a midnight snack. Every time, Sarah would be lurking around the corner, giggling as I jumped. I told her to knock it off, but she just said, it's just for laughs. Then things got weird. I started hearing dog barks at night, soft but clear as day. I thought, okay, Sarah's gone high-tech with this prank, but she swore up and down it wasn't her doing. Her face was a picture of bewilderment. I'd lay awake, listening to those distant, lonely barks, wondering if I was losing my mind or if Sarah had somehow mastered ventriloquism. One night, I was dozing off when I felt something jump onto my bed. I sat up, expecting to see the statue or Sarah with a remote control, but there was nothing. Just the feeling of something heavy moving around, the mattress dipping under unseen weight. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears, mixing with the sound of what I now believed were phantom barks. The next day, Sarah was as white as a sheet. She told me she'd left the statue in the living room the night before, but when she woke up, it was back in her room under her bed. Now, she was starting to believe her prank might have stirred up something real, something ghostly. She was no longer laughing, her eyes were wide with a mix of fear and regret. We did some digging into our house's past and found out a family had lived here in the 1920s with a dog named Max, who died in the house. They buried him right under what is now our living room. The more we learned, the more I started to connect the dots, the barks, the statue's movements. It was as if Max was trying to reclaim his home or maybe just looking for companionship. Sarah was now freaked out, wanting to ditch the statue, but every time we tried to throw it away, it would mysteriously find its way back into the house. We tried the trash bin, we tried giving it away, but each time, there it was, back in the house like it had never left. It was like Max's spirit had adopted the statue, or maybe it was using it to haunt us, to make sure we knew he was still here. We ended up calling this local medium, who did some crazy seance with dog treats and a water bowl. She told us Max's spirit was stuck to the statue because it looked like him. She did some chants and rituals, burning sage and calling out to Max's spirit, asking him to move on. And we decided to bury the statue in the backyard as a sort of memorial for Max, hoping it would give him peace or at least keep his spirit from wandering inside. After that, the barking stopped, and there were no more mysterious movements, but Sarah and I now have this odd respect for the house's history. We leave out a dog bowl sometimes, just in case Max wants to drop by. It's become a quiet acknowledgement of his presence, an apology for disturbing his rest. So, Reddit, was this just Sarah's prank that spiraled out of control, or did we actually summon a ghostly dog? And does this mean we should get a real dog, or would that just stir up more ghost trouble? The whole ordeal has left us with more questions than answers, but one thing's for sure, living in this house will never be the same.